Fantastic. Because
We'd like to welcome you to BMORENEWS.com, the news before the news, where we uncover the truth. The one and only Mr. Arnold, Jolivet, lawyer extraordinaire, civil rights advocate, black business advocate here at Union Baptist Church. How are you, sir?
I'm doing well. Thanks for asking.
Good. Where are we in the struggle? 2012. Black president 45 minutes down the road. Has anything changed?
Unfortunately, the answer to that is no. We are really delighted to have a black president, and that is in and of itself some progress. But the struggle actually is conducted at the local level, and throughout the civil rights movement, even with the federal legislation, the 1964 Civil Rights, 68 Housing Bill, and all the other bills, but the struggle has actually been conducted at the local level, the grassroots level, and whenever there's been progress, the progress has come about because somebody at the local level has got sick and tired of being excluded and being defecated on, and so they've taken action to make a difference. And yeah, we are happy to have a black president, but maybe during the second term, we'll get more affirmative support from the president.
Well, what about here on the state level? How's it going here in Maryland, Baltimore City?
We are doing damn bad on the state level. Our leaders, from the governor on down to the mayor, seem to forget that black people, and poor people, and people of Latino origin simply need more attention and more programs to help them get out of the struggle and help them get a foothold. And we've not gotten any of that from the governor nor the mayor. And it's unfortunate because these are the people who put the governor in office. These are the same people who put the mayor in office.
And you mean black Democrats, the most loyal voting bloc in the Democratic Party in Maryland?
Black grassroots Democrats who have been so loyal to a fault that they vote for the Democratic mayor and the Democratic governor and the Democratic legislators without any other factor being equal. And we've not gotten anything from the Democrats, and I say to hell with the Democrats.
So the question is the return on investment, the ROI, the ROI for the black Democratic vote has been nil.
Has been nothing, nil, absolutely nothing. And unfortunately, there's no foreseeable future that it'll be any different. The black folk, particularly black Democrats, need to reassess our relationship and our return.
We've been saying that, Mr. Jolivet. We've been having these marches, we've been having these meetings, and time again we say to the mainstream. That's why Be More News is continuing to press on with the mission. But we continue to try to highlight this struggle from an African American perspective, and it's seemingly an uphill climb at times.
No question about that, but that doesn't mean that we can't change our thinking, change our policies, and head in a new direction. Just because we did something in the past does not mean in any way that we are tied into it and that we have to do it in the future. No, that doesn't work that way. And if we're smart, if we have an ounce of brains, then we should be able to turn this ship around.
We've been having a Q&A offline with many readers, followers of Be More News, as to who has done the most advocacy for black business in the state of Maryland. What politician? And invariably the name kept coming up, Michael Steele.
Well, I can't.
As of late, in the past 6 or 7 years, who has been advocating for black business? Has it been the mayor, the governor, lieutenant governor?
Well, it certainly has not been the governor. The governor has done absolutely anything for African American businesses. But it is a slippery slope when we begin to identify people and try to evaluate and give them credit for their advocacy and support for African American businesses. There are those who've done a good amount of work. There have been those who've done absolutely nothing. So I think we are at a point in our history, in our maturation, where it does us no good to try to determine who's been the most advocate, because who's been the most effective advocate, I think, is not the question.
What's the question?
The question is more properly presented: what kind of changes have we been able to effectuate, no matter who the advocate is? So I'm not impressed nor tied into
Any party,
or political affiliation. My only allegiance is to God. And once I overcome that and let people know that my allegiance is to the Savior, and we're not into worshiping people. We're not into worshiping people, because people have let us down, of all creatures. So I think that's the wrong question to ask, actually.
Okay. Any final thoughts for 2012?
No, I think 2012 is going to be a good year, better than 2011, because the population, the black population in particular, are simply sick and tired of being excluded from the economic life of the state and the city. And we can no longer afford to not to be an integral part of the economic life. We've been everything, and we've been faithful. We've done everything they've asked us to do, but they have not been faithful to us. And I think that's going to change.
Good deal. Mr. Arnold, Jolivet. Keep watching BMORENEWS.com, the news before the news, where we uncover the truth.